Watch this.
Tell younger women is
The creation of new lonely men are happening. No, we're not lonely. We're just valuing our peace. Men, we don't mind being alone. We don't have to rush and jump into a relationship due out of fear. We're not like women. We can be alone and be okay with that.
how you are seeing men fuss and fight about how women are transactional and women only want money and they only want this and they only want that, okay? And you feel sorry for them, okay?
We're not, okay, men are not asking you guys to feel sorry for us. We're calling it for what it is. You guys are on the internet every day on TikTok complaining about what a man needs to do for you. You are a grown ass woman. It's not a man's responsibility to take care of you. If you're not his wife, why is he taking care of you? The fact that you demand that in a relationship shows that you are a broke, dusty woman. That is your problem, not us men. Men are not on the internet complaining and crying about why we can't get into relationships, why these women are doing this and that. We don't mind being alone. We don't mind working on our self-improvement. It's you women who are begging on the internet for money, not us men. It is not a man's responsibility to take care of a grown-ass adult, and that is you women. You guys only want to get married for a retirement plan and for the lifestyle, not for that man. You don't love that man. You only love what he can provide for you.
Those are the men that prey on your innocence, all right? Those are the men that get older and they start to deal with younger women such as yourself because there's no one there.
Okay, we deal with younger women because women your age, post-war, you guys are crazy as shit. You are stuck in your ways and you don't fucking listen and shut the fuck up. That's why we don't deal with you. At your old ass age, you bring no value to a man's life, but used up coochie, baggage, and debt. That's why these older guys are going to younger women. They're not dealing with you post-war women who've gained weight, don't look as good as you used to in your early 20s. You got kids out of wedlock. You bring no value to a man's life. You are a fucking liability. This woman is trying to give some horrible advice to younger women because this is her competition, these younger women. Her old ass knows that she can't compete with these young women. These older women continue to give these young women the worst advice. These old women are the same old dumbass women telling these young girls, oh, don't worry about a man. Just focus on yourself. Wait until you're in your 30s or 40s to settle down. And then they look stupid as fuck, just like them when nobody doesn't want them. This bitch is delusional. Most women are fucking retarded in the dating market. If you're post-wall over 30 plus and you are still single, if you're still single over 30 plus, you are the reason. You are the problem. So no man saw any value in you? Because if you were such a good woman, a guy would have wiped you up by now.
Age that will fuck with them, okay? The ones that are saying, oh, women are on a time clock, you know, they're on this type of this, they're on top of that, women are not the prize, I'm the prize too. Just understand, when he's speaking like that and he tells you, oh, I'm 30, I'm 28, I'm 29, 32, 33, I want you to run, sister, okay? There's a reason why ain't nobody.
And women are on a time clock to have kids. That's why your old asses, when you get to that old ass age, you look dumb as fuck because you can't even afford IVF with your old ass eggs. You've been working that same shitty ass job with the shitty ass benefits, working at that same shitty job for over 10, 15 years. Or you probably laid off by now because, you know, there's a mass layoff every month. But you've been working at that shitty ass job, no promotion, no growth, and you don't even work a good job where they cover IVF or to freeze your eggs. Some companies, they will cover a woman to freeze her eggs. Some companies do that if you work for a really good company. But these women look dumb as fuck when they get to that old ass age and they can't even afford IVF. Who wants to have a kid with an old ass broad? Who? Unless he ain't got no goddamn options and that guy is not her first choice and she don't respect him because this is the best that she could do. She don't qualify for a high value man. She qualifies for a man who's on her level or below.
With them. The men that's on here, you know what I'm saying, that's the type of content that they push so much about what women this and women are entitled to this and women shouldn't feel like this, whatever. Sister, I'm telling you right now, there's a reason why he don't got no woman. And if he does have the woman in his life, I want you to ask him who she is and let us see her. Let us see her. Let us hear how she talks. I'm telling you. And I don't care how good he looks.
And this is why she is single, because she's masculine as fuck. This woman is not feminine whatsoever. This is the type of woman that when you get home, it's a WWE match. She wants to fight you. She wants to box. She's got boxing gloves right on the living room couch because she wants to box. She's tired of working these shitty ass jobs, so she's mad. So she wants to take her anger out on you and she wants to box. This is Mike Tyson Jr. right here. She wants to box you. This is a woman who is not feminine whatsoever. All she does is talk shit to her man. All she does is degrade her man, disrespect her man. This is not a woman you wife up. This is not a woman you even bring around your parents. I wouldn't even tell her to ATB. I would not even want her to arch that back. Because I would not even want her to do that. This is not a feminine woman at all. This is the type of woman that you hire as your security guard because she will fight. Other than that, you don't take this woman to a fancy restaurant. No. The most she'll get is Applebee's. Like I said, drop her ass off in front of Applebee's and keep it moving. This is not these are the women. These women are trying to give the worst advice to these young girls because that's their competition. But some of these young girls are not even listening to these old ass women because they see how their lives are. Why would they take advice from these old women who are broke as fuck? They don't got no man. They ain't never been able to keep a man. No man's ever seen any value in these women to wife them up. They continue to be baby mama. They got multiple baby daddies. They still are the prize when you've been opening your legs up to all these random niggas to come and shoot up the club. How are you a prize, sweetheart? How? You're not. Most of these women are delusional. And this is why the dating market is trash. And this is why men are waking up and just focusing on themselves. Because of women like her. There's a lot of dumb old women like her who are just giving horrible advice to these young women.
There's a reason why nobody's fucking with this dickhead. If he tell you, oh, I got plenty women. Okay, look at the women that's coming after him. Okay? Always remember that.
Men are struggling more.
Okay, that girl who what do you guys rate her out of a scale of 1 to 10? Let me know in the comments, what do you rate that first girl? And is this a woman you even swipe on or even talk to in public? Let me know in the comments.
Ever now. There is a male loneliness epidemic, and as a divorce lawyer, I see it all the time. Men who realize way too late that they
This is a divorce lawyer. We've seen in the other videos. This woman is not married giving advice. Her job is to break up marriages and benefit off of that. So this woman's not married because no man's going to take this woman seriously because she thinks she knows every fucking thing. You make money off of failed marriages. That is her job. She makes money off of failed marriages. There's no male loneliness epidemic. Men are choosing to be alone and focused on themselves. Guys, do not let these women shame you and to make you feel like you are a loser because you rather enjoy your peace instead of inviting a woman who can potentially disturb your peace, a woman who's beneath you.
No real support system. They've built their entire lives around a marriage, a job, maybe a hobby or two, but never deep, meaningful friendships. And when the relationship ends, they're left with nothing. Men are lonelier than ever, and it's not just a social media buzzword. Studies have shown that men are losing friendships at an alarming rate, and by middle age, many have no one they can turn to outside of their partner. Meanwhile, women have built entire support networks, group chats, best
Bitches can't stay friends for over 5 years too. Women are always in competition for some guy. You know how many women do not remain friends after 5-6 years because they grow apart? Then you got that one girlfriend who is in a relationship and she is focused on her relationship. She's not going to be hanging around these dumbass single hoes because she prioritizes her relationship. Most women can't keep friendships. This woman caters to dumbass women. This is her audience on TikTok. lying to women. She makes her money off of failed marriages. Men are not, okay. Even if you do get married, bro, do you know how many men still die alone? Because they're overworking themselves to provide for a family, they still die alone. There's old couples who don't even sleep in the same bed. These husbands still die alone. There's old couples where they're separated. They live in different houses, and that man still dies alone, even though they're still married on paper.
Friends, family they can talk to. So when a breakup happens, women grieve, but they heal. And men, they often spiral. The thing is that men don't just feel lonelier, they are lonelier. They're less likely to reach out for emotional support, less likely to open up to friends, and way more likely to suffer in silence. And that's why you see so many men jumping into relationships they know aren't good for them, because it's not just
That's a majority of women jumping into relationships that are not good for them because they are on a time clock to have freaking kids. Majority of women over the age of 30, they settle with whoever is there because they are on a time clock to have kids. It's not men. Men do not do that more than women. I'm telling you right now. Men do not do that, guys. Do not let these women lie to you. These women are just mad because men are not pursuing these women and men are backing out of a marriage, and it's pissing these women off. Guys, continue to hold the line. Continue to take that power back. What did that do for those? What did it do for our dads and our grandfathers back in the day before social media? When they did get married, they put their wives on a pedestal. How did that work out for them? When they didn't have the knowledge that we have with YouTube and all this information, the red pill community, how did that work out for the previous generations? It didn't work out too well, right? Because when you put a woman first, you end up dying early.
about love, it's about survival. And loneliness is brutal, and they'll do anything to escape it. If you're a man and your girlfriend is the only person you emotionally rely upon, that's a problem. If your entire support system disappears the moment your relationship ends, that's a problem. Women are not your therapists, and relationships are not replacements for friendships. And if
Okay, so if we get into a relationship, we can't vent to our woman and talk. Because we got to hear you nag about how bad you hate your fucking job. You don't ever shut the fuck up. But when we're going through something as men, we can't talk to our women. This woman probably I think that she gets off when she really gets off when she has these female clients come into her office and they're just plotting on how to fuck this husband's life over. She gets off on that because she don't got no man. This is what turns her on. Breaking up marriages. This gets her wet, knowing that her client's about to fuck over her husband. This is what turns her on.
don't start investing in real, meaningful connections outside of your love life, you'll find yourself stuck in a cycle of isolation, bad decisions, and relationships that feel more lifeless than love. Men, do better for yourselves. Build support systems, build friendships, open up, have real conversations. Because waiting until you're alone to realize you're lonely, that's a pain no relationship can fix.
I have a theory about the men's loneliness epidemic that's obviously been unproven, and it probably might ruffle some feathers, but you're gonna have to hear me out on it. First, I think it's utter BS. I think the term loneliness epidemic is wrong for a multitude of reasons, but the reason I need you to stick with me on this is because I'm looking at this from a very objective approach. Coming from a single woman who's been very single for a very long time, has not gone on a date in 3 years, the reason men are considered lonely is because they're having a hard time finding a partner, okay? Let's just make that clear. And for every man out there, there's an equal and opposite woman who is also single, but there is no women's loneliness epidemic. You know why? Because that same exact situation for a woman is considered a flex. And all you have to do is take a look at some of the articles being published from Shantae Joseph in British Vogue. The narrative and rhetoric surrounding women choosing singlehood in 2025 is that this is the year of the single woman. This is the year of is having a boyfriend embarrassing. And it's sort of
Yeah, this is the year of that, but you guys are kind of shooting yourself in the foot because when you get older, your options do dry up. You guys have talked about this online. Once you reach a certain age, you're not getting that much attention from men. I've never seen a man run after an old bitch in public. Never. I see it all the time with younger women, but I ain't never seen an old bitch getting chased by attractive men wanting to rush and wife her up. There's a reason why these old ass women, these cougars are fucking these young guys, because the guys their age don't believe these bitches talking about, oh, guys my age, they got ED, they can't get it up. No, they're not attracted to you. It's funny. It's funny when these old men fuck these young girls. They don't need Viagra. They can get it up easy. A man's not gonna get turned on by seeing a woman's old wrinkly fucking body with a goddamn gut because she's fucking old. She ain't never worked out. She ain't never went to the fucking gym. And now it's piling up on her at her old ass age. And if you have a woman who's never worked out and she's gonna always be out of fucking shape. That's not just a thing that you switch in your head. Okay, I'm gonna start working out. No, if she was a lazy bitch in her 20s, she would continue to be a lazy bitch in her 30s, 40s, and 50s. I'm sorry. No, I ain't sorry. I meant what the fuck I said. Yeah. These women are delusional as fuck, and they are the reason why the dating market is the way they are, because majority of these fucking women are average as fuck, and they don't want to date a man who's on their level.
Begs the question, okay, then why are men, considering themselves so lonely? And again, this is coming from someone who has been single for a very long time. I genuinely have not gone on a date in 3 years, and I would never consider myself to be lonely because I have hobbies, because I have friends, and I'm using myself as a real life example, but like I have other things that make my life fulfilling. And for this group of women that I consider myself to be in, they also have other things that make their lives fulfilling. And so for this group of men to consider themselves to be lonely, it's like, maybe the answer really isn't that you're lonely and that you need a partner.
And have you guys been paying attention? Men have never openly went out in public through articles, social media. We've never expressed we are so lonely and desperate for a relationship or for a woman. These are women writing these dumbass articles. That was a woman who wrote that dumbass article about having a boyfriend is embarrassing. Men are not writing these bullshit articles. Men are not on social media crying about why can't these bitches act right. It's these women complaining because their options have dried up and they played the field for too long. They bring no value to a man's life whatsoever. Majority of these women are a liability. They're not even an asset to your life. And these women they're too dumb to even realize that.
For a man, maybe the answer is that you need hobbies, you need family, and you need friendship. And maybe you need to go to therapy and do some work on yourself, because that's what the women are doing.
Yeah, but therapy doesn't work because you guys are still crazy as shit. The therapist just wants your money, and she's not even calling you out on your shit. She's not even holding you accountable. She's not even holding you accountable for all the dumb shit you've done. You're in therapy, but you still do not take accountability for all the wrong you've done in previous relationships. Whenever I hear a bitch talk about therapy, I know that she's bad shit crazy and she needs to just get the fuck out of my face. Because more than likely, she hasn't done the inner work on her damn self. Trying to tell me I need to go to therapy. You've been in therapy for over 10 years and your goofy ass is still on antidepressants. And you're only 28 years old.
And it seems to be working. And the problem I have with this whole loneliness epidemic mindset is that it's such a victim complex. And it's like, okay, well, maybe the answer is you. Because if you just turn the corner and look at the group of women who are inherently doing the same thing, you can take a page out of their book.
I've seen a lot of videos about people saying that less attractive women are having a really hard time.
This woman is not attractive at all. And y'all, like I said, this podcast is for all men of all races. This is a man's podcast, all right? Hope I don't offend my white brothers who watch this. I'm not into white women. I think white women do not age well at all. White women age horribly. And I said what I said. This woman is below average as fuck. And she's going to talk about ugly men. When in next week, she's going to go get some Botox and get her lips done. White women don't really age well at all. When I fuck and I date, they got to be minorities. Asian, Latina, black, mixed, they got to be a minority. These women do not age well. We all know this is common sense. And if you see it in public all the time when you see an old white chick.
finding a mate. And my first thought is like, there's so many unattractive men, like so many out there. But the problem is they're looking at women who are far out of their league on social media, on the internet. And even like the most unattractive men in our society right now genuinely think they deserve the hottest woman because of the women they're looking at on a screen. I actually do think that's the root of a lot of the problems in the dating pool right now. Like, you can be a decent looking woman by conventional, stereotypical standards, but a man that is as attractive as you or less attractive than you still thinks like he deserves the Insta baddie, the IG baddie, the corn star, because they're choking the chicken.
And she's just mad that she can't get a guy that she wants. The guy she really wants, he don't find her attractive at all.
To those women every day, they're looking at them doing their unspeakable act to these images and videos of these women that are so out of reach for them. They have no chance. And so if you're just like a normal looking woman, yeah, they like actually think they deserve better. And I think men are that is truly the root of men being single and lonely right now. They're not being realistic,
So you want men to settle for your goofy old ass. And she's pissed off because men are not settling. A man can be ugly. You can call a man ugly all you want, sweetheart. But if his money is right, he is a high value man. I'm sorry. If he's got his shit together, he ain't got no debt. He lives in his own home. He ain't never asking nobody for money. He lives comfortably by himself. He don't need no help. That guy is a high value man. Why would he settle with your ugly ass when he's done the work to become successful? This is what cracks me up. Women believe that a man who busted his ass, got it out the mud to become successful. Why the fuck would he settle with an ugly woman? Why? That doesn't make no sense.
Then even if they end up with like the most attractive woman, she's not going to stay that way forever, because we all age, men and women.
Yeah, you age. You're aging now. She's mad. She can't compete. Because nobody is wifing her goofy ass up, and she's going to have to be living life on her own because she refuses to settle. But this is going to be her life.
Be the hottest version of yourself at every age, right? But like, they're looking at like these women in their 20s and 30s, and then one day when you're 50, they're not going to be attracted to you anymore because they only liked you because you were physically so far out of their league. You have to fit that image that they're seeing in front of their face every day. They are lonely due to their lust, like extreme, excessive lust.
Below average women upset because their options have dried up. Men are not lonely, and they're just mad that men are waking up. But her goofy ass, her old ass, bro. Let me know what y'all think of her in the comments out of a scale of 1 to 10. All right, so let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.